listening to the Big East Tournament on Locked Up Sports.
9:06 to go in the second half. Big East Championship game in progress. Here we go, folks. St. John's had a big lead. Here's a three. No good. Grab a rebound by UConn. Tarris Reed, and he throws it back in off the glass. St. John's lead is 11. They had a lead as much as almost 20 points early in the first half. They broke out to a 10-0 lead. They are now struggling just to keep the lead as UConn has made their push. Hopkins goes into the lane and gets fouled. 8:38 to go. Possession arrow to St. John's. One timeout remaining for St. John's, 2 for UConn. Bryce Hopkins going to the line. Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. UConn and St. John's Big East Championship. 58-47, UConn with the lead. Hopkins, first one, no good, too short, off the front of the rim. Reeby checks in, Reed goes out for UConn. You knew it wasn't going to be easy. You knew it wasn't going to be as easy as it was in the first half for St. John's. They couldn't pull away. Here's the second one on its way, and it rims around and in. 1 of 2 for Hopkins. 59-47, St. John's with the lead. Looking for their second straight Big East tournament title. St. John's applying pressure in the backcourt. Now they'll back off as the ball gets inbounded to Demery. Demery has it up top. Left wing now, his ball. Ball has it to Caravan. Hands it off to Demery for 3 from straight on. No good, back of the iron. Rebound, loose. Hopkins grabs it, and St. John's has it. Oh, good rebound by Hopkins. Into the front court comes Darling. Hands it off to Jackson. Jackson drives left hand into the lane. Goes, and he's blocked, rejected. Here comes UConn. Ball up. He's going to take it himself all the way into the lane, off the glass, and the foul. Oh, what a huge play. A block on one end and then down the court for a bucket and a chance at a three-point play. Caravan with the block on one end. And now we have ourselves a ball game here. Wow. It was Smith on the other end for UConn. Not Ball, it was Smith. So he's going to shoot a free throw here, try and make it a 9-point game. On its way, short rebound to Sellers. 10-point St. John lead, under 8 minutes to go. Zuby has it in the front court. Now it's Darling. Prey up top. Sellers now. Sellers looking. St. John's works it around the perimeter. Hopkins looks, drives into the paint, spins into the lane, throws up a layup, no good. Rebound, and it's out of bounds. Who's it touched by? Last touch by St. John's. We're going the other way. Timeout on the floor. 7:36 to go. In the championship game, it's a 10-point lead for St. John's. UConn making their run. You're listening to the Big East Championship game on Locked Up Sports.
Baseball is right around the corner. Warm weather, blue skies, and the crack of the bat. Spring training is here. Nobody covers the Yankees. Nobody covers the Mets like Locked Up Sports. Daily expert takes all season long the best baseball coverage on the internet. Legend.
I'm Bob Walters, host of Locked Up Sports, the best New York sports talk on the internet. Join myself and Brett Grasso every week as we break down all the happenings from the best sports town in the world and have conversations with some of the biggest names in New York sports, including former Mets general manager Steve Phillips.
We need a star player, but let's go get Beyonce, and I finally got approval to do it.
The man who revolutionized special teams in the NFL, Coach Mike Westhoff.
But, all the things that he got accused of, he did them all. I know. Trust me, I know. He did them all.
And New York sports talk legend Joe Beningo, just to name a few.
But they gave this guy $35 million a year, $350 million for 10 years. What the hell were they thinking with this guy?
If you're a sports fan, this is the podcast for you. We have all the insights, laughs, and entertaining perspectives you crave. Whether you're looking for a funny take on your favorite team or informative and entertaining conversation, Locked Up Sports has you covered. Subscribe today for the most entertaining and informative sports podcast around. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.
Back to the final whistle.
Don't go anywhere.
Stick around for the Locked Up Sports postgame show. Breakdowns, highlights, and the stories you can't miss. And tomorrow, we're back live to wrap up everything from the big game.
This isn't national sports talk. This is New York. And when it comes to their sports talk, they won't settle for anything less than the very best. That's why more New Yorkers get their sports talk from Locked Up Sports than anywhere else. The best New York sports talk on the internet.
You're listening
to the Big East Tournament on Locked Up Sports.
Back at Madison Square Garden, 59-49. St. John's lead has been trimmed to 10. UConn got it to as close as 9. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast of the game. Big East Tournament Championship game. St. John's looking for their second straight Big East Tournament Championship. This is the rubber game as both teams have won a game this season. St. John's got blown out in UConn. UConn losing here at the Garden. And now here we go. And it was all St. John's. They busted out to a 10-0 lead. And then they kind of played steady throughout the first half. They went into halftime with a double-digit lead. UConn has trimmed it down to they've gotten as close as 9, trying to make the final push, but St. John's is pushing back. We'll see if UConn can come back as the UConn crowd has come alive at the Garden. So it's definitely more of a St. John's house. I'd say about 70-30 would be the breakdown with the crowd. But it's a 10-0 lead. We just had a big block on one end, and then Smith had a lay-in and a foul at the other end. He missed the free throw, though, so it stays a 10-point game. Big East Tournament Championship game. Number 1 seeded St. John's. Number 2 seeded UConn. UConn, the same problem they've had all year. 11 turnovers in the first half, 3 in the second. So they've improved much improved. UConn with the ball, trailing by 10. Here is Ball, gets it to Caravan, back to Ball. Ball now, left hand dribble into the lane, looks, pivots back to Caravan, fakes the 3. Now he takes it and it is in and out, no good. Rebound still loose. It comes to Caravan. Here's Ball for 3, wide open. No good off the back of the iron. Mullins another rebound. Oh, they're getting a bunch of chances. Ball into the lane, high off the glass, no good. And another rebound by UConn. Oh, they've had 4 offensive rebounds, right? In a span of about 10 seconds. Smith has it. Smith being guarded by Darling. Gets it into Mullins. Mullins drives under the hoop. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Going the other way to St. John's. Oh, man. UConn comes up empty with 5 separate chances on one trip down the floor. A bunch of rebounds. Very uncharacteristic by St. John's, I'll tell you that much. And it's a 10-point lead. St. John's gets the ball. They survive that possession. 10-second chance points for UConn. They now have 14 offensive rebounds. Usually it's the other way. Usually St. John's is the team dominating the offensive boards. Not tonight. Up near, into the front court. Darling has it. Darling drives all the way off the glass, and it goes in. Oh, pretty move. Dylan Darling. It's a 12-point lead. 61-49. Into the front court comes UConn. Smith with it. Smith being guarded by Darling up near the label. Left wing pass to Ball. Down low to Reed. Reed bumping in on Ejiofor, and Ejiofor strips him. Oh, he took it right away. Took it right out of his hands. Turnover. Darling down the floor. Darling behind the back dribble. Looking, drives down into the lane, goes up again. Wild, and he's knocked down. A foul called. No, they're going to call it jump ball. They're going to call it held ball. It's going to be possession arrow to St. John's, so they will retain possession. Darling saw a lane, went right for it. It was almost a carbon copy of the last time down the floor, but Zuby Ejiofor ripped the ball right out of Tyrus Reed's hands underneath the hoop. Darling shooting free throws now, 4 points on the night. 2 for 8 from the field. First one on its way from the lefty, and is good. St. John's has pushed it back to 13. Every time Connecticut has made a push, St. John has had an answer. 5:54 to go. Second free throw on its way, and it's good. He made them both. Free throws will be important for St. John's down the stretch. Little pressure up here again in the backcourt by St. John's. UConn gets it in and across the line. Driving is Demery, being guarded by Dylan Darling. Watch out for the steal here for Darling. Darling gets Caravan back to Demery. Demery, left-hand dribble, drives into the lane, under the hoop, spins around, kicks it out. Here comes the three. No good off the back of the rim. Rebound, tip, and grabbed by Mitchell. Good rebound. Big, important rebound for St. John's. 63-49. St. John's looks to extend the lead. They've got it back to 14. And there is a foul at midcourt on Demery. Darling will be... Nope, not shooting free throws. They had a foul to give. Next foul, St. John's will be shooting free throws. UConn in the bonus. Already 29-4 is UConn's record. 27-6 for the Johnnies. Championship on the line. Here's Darling looking, drives, pulls up now into the lane. 14-foot jump shot, good, made it. Oh, Dylan Darling with a couple big shots here. He scored the last 5 points. Timeout. UConn 65-49. It's a 16-point lead. St. John's has answered the push by UConn. 5:01 to go here at the Big East Tournament Championship game. You're listening to the Big East Tournament on Locked Up Sports.
You're locked into Locked Up Sports, the internet home of the Big East Tournament. We'll take you from Selection Sunday through every bracket buster all the way to the Final Four. Keep it locked into Locked Up Sports for the...
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
UMergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. UMergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. UMergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your UMergency app now.
You're listening to the Big East Tournament on Locked Up Sports.
St. John's has answered the bell here. 49% they're shooting from the field. They're 4 of 17 from 3. UConn not much better, 3 of 16. UConn now, every possession is going to matter. They can't come away with many empty possessions. They have it now into the backcourt. Demery over the timeline. Sellers guarding him. Tarek Reed has it up top, gives it to Mullins. They work it around to Demery again. Puts it on the deck. Right hand now. Here's Caravan. Throws it in. Good catch by Reed. Up, and he's blocked again by Ejiofor. Oh, Zuby's got another block. He's dominating the defensive end. I'll tell you what. Zuby Ejiofor has had himself a hell of a game. 15 points, 7 blocks, 7 rebounds. In the front court, St. John's looking to eat some clock. Dylan Darling for 3. Go in and out. Good rebound by Mitchell. And knocked that out of bounds. A foul called, I believe. The roof would have come off of this place if Mitchell hit it. But what a block at the other end. Zuby Ejiofor is just dominating Tarek Reed underneath the hoops all night. All night. He's a matchup nightmare for him down there. 7 blocks is the most all time in a Big East Championship game. Zuby Ejiofor with that last one has set the record. Think of all the greats that have played in this tournament. Here we go. Here's a 15-foot jumper. It's good. Sellers. 18-point lead. St. John's has broken it open again. Wow. St. John's with a championship answer to the run that UConn made. Here's Demery. Demery looks to drive baseline. Bounce pass to Caravan, out to Mullins for three. No good, back of the rim. Rebound, grabbed by Caravan. Again, Demery now has it. Demery goes for three. No good. Rebound, grabbed and ripped away by Mitchell. And St. John's has it. They're on their feet at the Garden. Ejiofor in the front court. Ejiofor into the block, off the glass and in. St. John's is blowing them out. It's a 20-point lead. 3:26 to go. They're starting to feel it here at the Garden. Largest lead of the game for the Red Storm. Timeout. 3:26 to play. Big East Tournament Championship game. 20-point St. John's lead. This is the Big East Tournament on Locked Up Sports.
Legends are born in March, and this March will be no different. Locked Up Sports is your home for all the madness. Join us March 11th through 14th for all the big Legends are born in March, and this March will be no different. Locked Up Sports is your home for all the madness. Join us March 11th through 14th for all the Big East Tournament action. Our selection show on the 15th, then keep it locked in starting March 19th. From practice floors to packed arenas, from the bracket reveal to the final buzzer, we've got every moment covered. It all starts here. LockedUpSports.com. Stream and subscribe today.
What's up, NFL fans? Quarterback Josh Dobbs here. You may know me as the Pastronaut.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing, and getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. Space isn't just for the astronauts.
It's for all of us. It's not just for engineers like myself. It's for teachers,
students,
designers, mechanics, scientists,
and millions of football fans across the world.
3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
This is my time.
After all, there are no limits when there are footprints on the moon. Find your place in space. Space for all.
You're listening to the Big East Tournament on Locked Up Sports.
St. John's has pushed it up to a 20-point lead. 3:26 to go. They're on the doorstep of their second consecutive Big East Tournament Championship to go along with their second consecutive Big East regular season championship. Thank you, everybody that's listening. Thank you, everybody that's watching. Don't forget, like the stream, share the stream, and subscribe to the channel. Locked Up Sports. All kinds of good stuff coming on this channel. So we got, of course, Sean McDonough coming up Monday. That episode will be released. Brett and myself. And Sean McDonough, one of the biggest names in sports broadcasting, and one of the biggest names in this tournament for a long time. Now it's on Fox. ESPN doesn't have it anymore. It's Gus Johnson now. But for a long time, it was Sean McDonough. 69-49, Zuby Ejiofor really playing like the Big East Player of the Year that he is. And St. John's has really controlled this game most of the game. They jumped out to a 10-0 lead right off the bat, which they've done in the previous two games as well. They had leads of 10-0, 8-0, and 7-0 in their three games in this tournament. Zuby Ejiofor in the defensive end, though, has been the story. He has shut down Taris Reed. He has set the Big East Tournament Championship game record for blocks at 7. He's got 15 points, 6 of 10 from the field. Every bit the Big East Player of the Year. And he is just shutting down Taris Reed and the UConn game in the paint. Just under 4 minutes to go for St. John's. If they can hold on to their second straight Big East title game, two wins over UConn this year, it would be. Keep in mind, UConn's a top 5 team in the country. St. John's was a top 5 team in the country to start the year. They obviously had their little struggles. The team has come together beautifully here late, just at the right time. They seem to be clicking. And we got a little foul here on the inbound. He gave a technical, I believe, to Sellers and to Smith, who were battling it a little bit. Inbound. Oh, and he almost stepped on the line. UConn avoids disaster. They need every second they can get, and they need every point they can get. You can't have empty trips anymore. Here's Smith. Reed now hands it off to Ball, who gets it to Caravan. Back to Ball. Ball looks, drives into the paint, gets it to Reed underneath, guarded by Ejiofor. Ejiofor again goes up. Ball misses the layup. Rebound to St. John's, and they can eat up some more clock. 3 minutes to go. 69-49. Sannon has it near the label, just into the front court. Zuby with it, puts it on the deck. Now back to Sannon. Sannon, as St. John's works it around, 5 to shoot. They better hurry up. Zuby for 3. Got it. Oh, big shot, Zuby Ejiofor. And he puts his hand up in the air. He knows that might be the dagger. 72-49. St. John's 13-0 run. In the front court, Caravan has it. Now it's Smith underneath, guarded by Taris Reed. Has it, puts up a right hand hook shot, no good. Ejiofor the rebound, and this team, if they can start to feel it, the Garden is on their feet. Into the front court. Dylan Darling has it being harassed by Ball. Gets it to Ejiofor, hands it to Sannon. 1:50 to go. It's only a matter of time now. 10 to shoot. Ejiofor has it, looking, right-hand dribble into the lane, loses control. And here comes UConn. They have numbers coming down the other side. Here comes Ball. He loses control. It's grabbed by Sannon. Nothing going right. Nothing going right for UConn. They had one little run. They have 17 turnovers in this game, and that's the story. Ejiofor in the defensive end. 17 turnovers. Here's a 3 from Sannon in the corner. No good. 80 seconds to play. And there is a whistle, and UConn will empty the bench. The white flag has been thrown up by Hurley. St. John's is going to win their second consecutive Big East title. And the exclamation point was a 3 from straight on NBA range. Zuby Ejiofor. And the Johnnies are going to do it again. Rick Pitino. He has brought this program back to prominence in such a short time. This team was garbage for years, decade. And just in 3 short years, 2 Big East tournament titles, 2 Big East regular season titles. And they got the whole thing in front of them, as we have not even begun March Madness yet. Smith at the line, puts up his second one, no good. Back of the iron, another rebound for Zuby. They will slow it down. 1:05 left. Dylan Darling, right-hand dribble, being guarded hard by Ball. Darling between the leg dribble. Oh, crossover, gets inside the paint. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound, Prey, and he loses it. And it's on the floor and a foul called. It's going to be on Ruben Prey, reaching. Patino not happy with Darling for whatever reason. I think he didn't eat up enough of the shot clock. But hey, listen, it's a 22-point lead. UConn ain't getting 22 points in the next 56 seconds. And this is now, and then they forget about the 1 seed for UConn. Forget about that. I think you can forget about that as Dylan Darling gets a huge ovation as he comes out. But as far as UConn goes, you can forget about the 1 seed. First, front end of the free throw is good. The 1-on-1, here comes the second one from UConn. Got them both. It's a 20-point lead. 56 seconds left. St. John's is right here. They're about to, there's a steal. Steal by Ball, up off the glass. No good. Rebound. Oh, he was out of bounds. Ejiofor grabbed the rebound, but he was standing out of bounds. Turnover of St. John's. 47 seconds left. Just a great scene here at Madison Square Garden. Here's Caravan, 15-footer jumper, no good, front of the iron. Rebound, here's Smith for three. Nothing but air. Out of bounds, St. John's basketball. 37.7 seconds to play. And UConn's going to have to regroup. They're going to be a high seed. They're not getting the 1 seed. They will probably still get a 2 seed, I think. But this is very, very unimpressive. And listen to the roar. Zuby Ejiofor comes out of the game. Smacks high five, gives a hug to Pitino. Goes down the coaching line with hugs as the crowd is on their feet. He is your MVP of this game. He's your MVP of this tournament. He has just been a monster underneath in this game. Taris Reed could do nothing for UConn. 28 seconds to go. 19 on the shot clock. Leotopoulos now to Prey. Prey to Sannon. Sannon has it with 10 to shoot. Here's Leotopoulos. Looks, puts it on the deck, drives into the lane, goes up with the layup off the glass, no good. We're into the final 10 seconds. UConn brings it across the floor. 7, 6, 5, and St. John's has won their second straight Big East title. It's over. 72-52. St. John's is your Big East tournament champion. They're your Big East regular season champion. And now it's the NCAA tournament waiting on Wednesday and Thursday, on Tuesday and Wednesday to start. Here we go. Rick Pitino, 2026 Big East champions, the St. John's Red Storm, as they dominate the tournament here in their home arena, Madison Square Garden. The handshake line, they're setting up the encore presentation. Zuby Ejiofor getting hugs and congratulations. St. John's players are donning the Big East Tournament champion hats and shirts. Ejiofor getting the congratulations from Hurley. Listen, it's gonna be this team is hitting their stride right at the right time. When you have Rick Pitino as your head coach, it's about what you do in the NCAA tournament. This is great and all. This is nice. It's a banner. It's a trophy. But Rick Pitino lives in the NCAA tournament, and that starts next week. And St. John's has not been good at it. They got early exits all over the place when they make it. They played well in this tournament recently and still not played well in the NCAA tournament. It's going to be important. You got to get it done. You got to get go deep. You got to get to the second weekend if you're St. John's. But that's to worry about tomorrow when you see the draw, and moving forward after that. Tonight, it's a championship for the Big East tournament champions, the Big East regular season champions, the St. John's Red Storm, as they are all the way back. I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you for listening. Locked Up Sports. Don't forget to share the channel, like the stream, tell your friends. Every little bit helps. I'm Bob Walters. We'll talk to you later, everybody. We'll have a wrap-up show coming up later tonight. And of course, don't forget tomorrow we have a live show 11:40 with Mark Mancini, and then we will have Sean McDonough for you on Monday. From Madison Square Garden, I'm Bob Walters. St. John's reigns 2 straight Big East tournament champions. We'll talk to you later, everybody. See ya.
You're listening to the Big East Tournament on Locked Up Sports.